Hello, I'm Shotaro Rosano. Thank you so much for listening to this podcast. This channel is a talk room where I share real, unfiltered conversations about career and learnings, primarily through conversations, dialogues with guests I really want to talk to. So today's guest is Guigui. Hey, Guigui,
Hey,
welcome to
how
the
are you?
podcast. Yeah, good, good, good.
Thank you. Finally, we
Finally.
made it.
Yes, thank you for sharing your time. So it's 23rd of December, just before Christmas. Gigi is my classmate at Shizenkan, and we're in the same group,
Yeah.
and we usually sit, next to each other. You
Yeah.
talking to me, trying to distract me in the classroom,
Yeah.
and half of the time
Not
I
only you.
sort of ignore. So again, thank you for joining, and I think last week you had a cold. You had a what was it? The flu
Oh,
that you had?
yeah. Yeah. I think so. Maybe recover only today.
Oh,
And
okay.
I think I just sleep fewer hours for the last four days.
Hmm.
Yeah. So yeah. So it's fine. I'm good
Okay,
now.
you're getting better at
Yeah.
least.
Thanks to everyone. Yeah.
Yeah.
Today's a good day. Care about me and gave medicine and stuff. Everyone was nice at
Okay,
using.
I see. I see. Okay. Good. Good. And first, I ask this question to kick off. So, could you touch on your background and what brought you to Japan, probably to start with?
Okay. Okay. It will be a bit long, because it happened a lot of stuff before coming to Japan. So my name is Guillaume Lopez. I'm from France, southern France.
Mhm.
And yeah, for my background, I will start what built me and brought me to Japan.
Yes.
So it will start like at the age of 7, maybe. I got a really big disease called
Mhm.
myopathy. Do you know what it is?
Let me look up. I don't know that
Yeah,
term in English.
it's affect the skeletal muscle and with a muscular dystrophy. So really small muscle and a lot of pain.
Hmm.
So I couldn't walk so much.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was in rolling chair
I see.
for many years.
Hmm.
And then 1 year later, we found out that my father had a cancer and
Hmm.
he died a year later when I
Hmm.
was around nine.
Hmm.
Yeah. So it was really hard period of my life, but
Hmm.
I've been through all of it by almost by myself because like my family broke apart because like they should have deal with me
Hmm.
like a little child with a rolling chair, which it was really hard. I understand at that point. And then my family break because my father passed away.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
all of this really built myself.
Hmm.
What really affected me and that day I decided to go to Japan is like last year of high school, my big brother died of another heart attack.
Hmm.
So like it was really too much for me.
Hmm.
And I felt like drowned, so I stopped university. And I say, oh, well, I always wanted to go to Japan because of history, documentary, and anime, of course, also. So I only wanted to take 1 year break,
Hmm.
but it was during the pandemic,
Hmm.
so I couldn't go back to my country.
So let me ask you that. So your father passed away when you were 10, did you say?
Nine, yeah, nine,
9, 10.
2 weeks before my birthday. Yeah.
I see. And did you say your brother, older brother, also passed away?
Yeah, passed away at the
I
age
see.
of 18,
Wow.
so
Wow. Okay. Wow.
9 years
You've been
later.
through a lot.
Yeah, a lot. So it was
Okay.
really too much for me. Like I had all of my friends have been because after high school you go to university. So all of
Mm,
my friends have been somewhere else in
I
Canada,
see.
in Hong Kong, in Singapore, in America, and me, I was
Mm,
there alone. So it
yeah.
was really hard for me, and I wanted to have a fresh restart.
Mm,
So I chose Japan, and then I
okay.
got stuck in Japan because of the pandemic, and I'm
Mm,
here
mm.
now.
So you came to Japan before pandemic?
Yeah,
Is that so?
just 3 months
Okay.
before.
2 months before. Okay. And you got stuck in Tokyo.
Yeah,
Wow. Did you feel a lot of anxiety? at the time?
No,
No?
no, it was really fun. I really liked it. Yeah, because in France it was a really huge lockdown, so they couldn't do anything. And
Mm.
well, for us in Japan, it was fine. So
Mm. Mm.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah, because when the everything like shut down, that I think
yeah,
that was like 2020 May, I think, in Japan.
yeah, yeah, around,
We
yeah,
yeah, we quite didn't know what how far this goes, right?
yeah. But like we couldn't go in restaurant after 8 or so, but we
Yeah.
were still able to go out. And in France, you couldn't go out
Mm.
at all
At all. Oh,
from
yeah,
your
yeah.
house.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was just walking around, and I could also do some
Mm.
trip in Kyoto, Osaka, and stuff because it was really cheap at the
Mm.
time with no one.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm
Mm.
probably one of the one with this photo of Kiyomizu middle of the day with no one.
Mm.
So it was really good.
I see. So, so going back to your childhood, so I looked
Yeah,
up myopathy. So it means that you were not able to walk and you were on
at all.
wheelchair.
Yes,
I think I see. Yeah,
yes, 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 yes.
and you were using wheelchair until you were what age was it?
When I decided by myself to stop
Mm.
using a running chair. Like the
Mm.
doctor says no, but I
Mm.
say no, I will do it, and I force
Mm.
myself,
Mm.
and it causes me a lot of back problem later on because to get balanced, I should have do some weird stuff with my body. But I decided to walk
Mm.
while entering in junior high school.
I see.
Yeah, so it
So
was
that
the
was
beginning
maybe
of.
six to
Yeah, it
17.
was.
Mm.
Oh no, no, I was the age at 12. Yeah, at 12 I decided
Okay,
that by
I see.
myself. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I could walk and run properly at the age of 17, 18, I think. Yeah,
Until then, so maybe you did not really could play sports.
not so much. I did at
Not so
school as
much.
much as I could all the time.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
even if instead of running I was just walking, I still did it
Mm-hmm.
until the end.
Because I talked a lot with you. I know that you read a lot of books,
Yeah.
and I was maybe thinking you picked up, that habit of reading a lot of book while you were not able to like play sports or, um, you know, other kids
Hmm.
doing other activities that you chose to read books. Is that so?
And not so much book is
Not
it's
so much.
quite
Okay.
books was 5 years ago, I think. As a
Mm-hmm.
kid I was still going out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, as much as I told you, like I was playing with my rolling chair and doing races and drifting and stuff like that with some of my friends. So
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
still a happy child. That was
Mm.
fine. But like I discovered YouTube at the age of 13, 14,
Mm-hmm.
and you had some philosopher or I don't know what was sharing their work on YouTube. So I was listening to that. Yeah.
Mm.
And then later on
I
I
see.
said, maybe I need to read the original
Interesting.
work.
So the first contact was YouTube through YouTube.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Wow, that didn't happen to me. When I was kid, there was no YouTube. So yeah. Wow,
Yeah.
that's interesting. Who was your favorite or like first philosophers you read or you encountered?
The first I read it was Nietzsche, and
Okay, you started with Nietzsche.
I
Okay, that's pretty
I didn't
hardcore.
understand anything,
I see.
but
I see.
I pick up some like the Übermensch, the superhuman.
Mm-hmm.
So for sure I didn't understand anything, but I had this idea of doing the best of what you can do for your life and the eternal return. You
Mm-hmm.
will
Yeah.
you should live your life that you can do it again and again
Mm.
forever.
Mm.
That's what
Mm.
I've done. I
Mm-hmm.
just understand that, but it was enough for me to apply this philosophy and help me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then another one more easy to read was Marcus Aurelius' Meditation from the
Okay. Okay.
Roman Emperor. Yeah. So
Roman Emperor, right?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah, yeah. I
it's
currently
pretty
read
basic.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I currently read that
it's
pretty
basic
often.
philosophy, but it helped me a lot also, like,
Yes.
because with what I've been through is like, I was, why that happened to me? Why?
Mm,
Why
mm,
me?
mm,
I suffered enough, but why does it keep continuing?
mm,
So while reading this, I was, okay, I cannot control anything, but I can control how I can react to those events. So yeah,
mm.
it does help me a lot. And other book that I really love, but it's not philosophy. It's like the Russian literature, like Dostoevsky, for example.
Yes.
Yeah, and I learn a lot about philosophy and human nature through
Mm.
the novels. So
You wrote
I recommend that.
Crime and Punishment? Crime
Yeah,
and
I have
Punishment
it.
by
Yeah,
Dostoevsky, right? Yeah.
it's really big. It's really fun. Yeah, I love it so much.
I've never touched that book yet so far, so
You
maybe I should try it at
you
some
should.
point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really, it's amazing. I love it. Yeah,
Wow. You're still 27? What was it? Your age?
26.
26. Okay. And you already have been through a lot, and you can change your how to frame the world and perceive,
Yeah,
and you can change yourself.
yeah,
That kind of concept is pretty I think very mature way of thinking, and
yeah,
I'm sure when I was 26 I wasn't thinking like that.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's possible.
Yeah. So
Everyone grows
I
differently.
think it's very admirable.
Yeah, and that's really a short resume, but I think one maybe sometime people ask me why I don't like the AI or something like that. Because like when
DEI,
I was a
D.
child, yeah,
Hmm.
the stuff for diversity, inclusion, and everything.
DEI.
Yeah, because I've been through that in the early
Hmm.
stage,
Hmm.
and they tried to use me. And when I
Hmm.
refused for my personal reason, they just
Hmm.
stopped to help us.
Hmm.
And it was painful for my mom and everything. So we've been through those kind of stuff, but they don't really help people.
Hmm.
So they use people, they use the image. Of course, I will not say it's everyone doing that, but
Hmm.
that's what I've been through.
Hmm.
So my mom and I, we found another way to solve the issue,
Hmm.
and it worked, I guess, yeah,
Hmm.
because they
Yeah.
wanted to keep me as a victim under because they get money from the state if they do so.
Hmm.
So
Hmm. Hmm.
they just they didn't want to help me. They wanted to help me, but not me to fully recover. And when they
Hmm.
couldn't understand, they was blaming me or my mom, never them.
Hmm.
And I just proved them wrong. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So,
With
what kind of like DEI program at the time try to sort of like use your circumstances?
it was for a caritative event, and like it
Event.
was a big, really old medieval tower,
Hmm.
and they needed a child in rolling chair to not climb, to descent, to go down with the fire force. And I refused because for me, if I did it, I
Hmm.
would say I will never be able to recover in my life if I accept the way I was.
Hmm.
So, and they really didn't like it at all.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And they
I see.
had a big fight with my mom and everything.
Hmm.
And yeah, yeah.
Okay. Hmm.
So yeah, my family, we didn't trust those stuff because they have a good image. I will not
Hmm.
say the
Hmm.
name, but they have really, really good image in France.
Hmm.
And I can say it's not what we imagine. Yeah.
That story reminds me of what I've been currently doing, which is so my I started a startup trying to sort of cure diabetes patients through a mobile
Mm-hmm.
application as medical device. It's called software as medical device, and the
Mm-hmm.
concept is doctor physicians prescribe mobile app with like drug pills for
Mm-hmm.
type 2 diabetes patient. And when patient use app, their behavior or like the monitoring, it gets better, which
Mm-hmm.
uh, improves patient's glucose level. So that's the concept. But soon I noticed that We, like pharma industry, also like people like me, think of people like label patients, but there's no really people as patients. They're each one
Mm,
single person with
yeah,
single different history that happen to have that kind of disease at some point of their life. Maybe it could be from the beginning or at the, like some point of their life. So trying to make app to optimize for diabetes patients, that concept really didn't make sense because
mm,
there's no one single cluster of people as well. There is, but each people are really different. So in short, I failed to develop an effective mobile app for diabetes patients because it was
yeah,
really diverse population, a diverse bunch of people,
yeah,
and making like behavioral change was not like, really easy, of course. And I was
yeah,
lacking the understanding of it's not like patients or data, of course. It's each people, living people. Could be me, could be my mother, could be my father. So yeah. So maybe when speaking of DEI, also like similar thing might have happened to those people.
yeah,
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 not seeing you, but seeing a boy in a wheelchair. So like a
yeah.
label. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they label me and use
Mm.
me. Why is dangerous? Because of course at the beginning you feel understand, but if I will listen to them, I will never discover the strengths I had hidden in me.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
And but I was and I'm still really stubborn. My head
Hmm.
is really hard.
Hmm.
When I have a wall in front of me, I just break it with my head.
Hmm.
But yeah, if I was label myself as a patient, as a victim or whatever, I
Hmm.
would never see myself as someone strong who can go over it. So that's why labeling people it can be really dangerous and
Hmm.
harm those people because maybe that's not what they need to hear. Sometimes
Yeah.
they need to hear something else, and
Hmm.
it can be really painful. It was painful for me to understand everything, but it helped me. When I remember my aunt at the beginning, I didn't understand when I why when I was visiting my aunt, she refused me to take my rolling chair.
Hmm. Hmm.
And I understood a few years later. So I
Hmm.
was pretty thankful.
I see.
So yeah, so
Wow.
maybe that helped me also.
That's a very interesting and great story that you have. Yeah. That. Thank you for sharing that here.
Yeah,
Yeah. Wow.
yeah, no problem. It can help people, I'm sure. Yeah,
So I think now asking you why, what made you enroll to Shizenkan and what you expect out of Shizenkan um,
yeah,
2 years with with your background and with your maybe future aspirations. This question gets more interesting to me now.
yeah. So why Shizenkan? First,
Mm.
randomly,
Mm.
I was going to the gym with my friend, and he asked me,
Mm.
"Oh, I'm going to this university. It's really great. You must see." And we
Mm.
talk about the lesson he had and how great it was.
Mm.
So I just decided to join,
I see.
and because I'm in the IT industry right now as a software engineer,
Yep.
and I like my job, but sometimes I feel it pointless because I need to help people how could help me and help others as well. I did a few times in my life. I had some of my friends to go to be better, and I really enjoy that. So I know that I have a background, I have skills, I have a story, but I need
Mm.
to take all of these pieces of the puzzle and make them together. And I was thinking that Shizenkan can help me for that.
Mm.
And
Mm.
so far, it was a good decision because I met great people. I could change some of my point of view or reinforce others. And yeah, that's why.
Mm.
And helping people. So more in social entrepreneurship, I think,
Mm.
and also money because money is important to build
Mm.
what you want to build.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah,
So you said Shidenkan somehow changed your like thought. What kind of change did you have?
for what is a company for?
Hmm.
This company, this lesson was pretty good.
Hmm.
At the beginning, I kind of deep inside me always figure it out. I had kind of this kind of image of a company, and I could clarify it in this course, in this lesson. And so, yeah, the company should be to help people, of course, make money. But if you have empathy and you listen to your customers and to your stakeholders, you will make money on the long run.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and I was thinking to maximize the profit while doing this, but now I think more maximizing profit is not always necessary.
Yeah, yeah. Interesting. So I think there's a difference between making money and also running a company. It sounds similar, but it's, I think, totally different thing. And to make money, there's a lot of like ways to do that. But like to run a company for a long time or like in a meaningful way, I think, yeah, that requires a lot of effort and sometimes philosophy and also connection with
Yeah,
customers and understanding. Yeah, I think so. I think
it
so
must
too.
be
Yeah.
really hard. I always wanted to do my business, and that's what I aspire to do. So, or being manager in a company to be effective, not just like being used to do some task in the company. For me, it
Mhm.
can be useless. It's important at the beginning, but not to stay like this all the time.
Mm.
So Shizenkan is a good opportunity, and like you run a business. So if I need advice or if I have question, I can ask you, I can ask other people. So that's why Shizenkan is really great in my opinion.
Let me see. Is there a certain like industry or direction that you're thinking of your in terms of your business?
Yeah, I have, first of all, I really love countryside, whether in France or
Hmm.
in
Hmm.
Japan.
Hmm. Hmm.
And why the young generation, all of them want to go to Tokyo. It doesn't make any sense. Because
Hmm.
now in 2025, especially with IT, we can work from those beautiful areas. So using IT to revitalize those regions must be a great
Hmm. Hmm.
stuff to do. Or I had another idea of training new employee because in my company, I
Hmm.
wasn't trained so much. It was really boring. And I just felt like losing my time, another young employee as well. So maybe helping those new employee and the company, because of course company have management. So it's not that they don't want to train, but they can't. So to externalize it through game practice and and peers, to work with peers to make a system. So I didn't think so much about it, but I have this in mind. Yeah.
Hmm.
So it's
So
always helping people.
I see. To understand more correctly, you are currently software engineer, but also
Yes.
do employee training of software engineering. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, sometimes you have, yeah.
I see.
But in my company I didn't have.
Oh, okay, okay.
And you need to improve your skills, of course,
Mm-hmm.
because in IT you have new
Yeah.
technologies all the
Mm.
time. It never stops. So you need to
Yeah.
be up to date to choose or not to choose. That's also really important to get
By the way,
stick to it.
what like programming language do you use?
Right now, mostly JavaScript as a
JavaScript. Okay.
front end engineer, but I do some back end sometime in JavaScript. It has been a
Mm-hmm.
while I haven't, but
I see.
JavaScript mainly.
Do you
Yeah.
mostly like build website type of thing or like apps or that's like
I
or
did
both?
website and web application also.
Hmm.
Yeah, because with cloud infrastructure, more and more app are held in the cloud rather than a computer.
Where did you learn programming in school? Or,
I've been to university in France,
hmm.
but mostly all of what I know, I learn it by myself.
Hmm. Interesting. So you are a software engineer and but I think you're more of a person interested in like starting a new business, I think, or
Hmm.
starting a new movement, maybe.
Maybe, yeah, that's
Hmm.
possible.
And you are probably starting from a software engineer and eventually to like management layer or CXO or CEO, of course, or like founder of a company or group or whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Because I think I'm not bad as an engineer, but my skills are better to manage people because
Mm-hmm.
I can get along with anyone mostly,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and I enjoy to share with people. So I think that would be the best for me. So that's also why I choose Shizenka and to have an
Mm-hmm.
MBA. But for now, I still wanna be an employee because I have many things to learn, and my idea is not clear yet about what kind of business I wanna make.
Yeah. Yeah.
It can be in 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. That's fine.
Yeah. That's well. I think you have plenty of time ahead.
Yeah.
2026. So yeah. Wow. When I was 26, I was just a like mere salesperson, running
Yeah.
around for trying to sell things and nothing else. So yeah. Wow. So so you and I are very different in terms of generation, I think.
Mm.
And
Yeah, that's right.
yeah, and I'm curious to discuss about how you sort of see this world of massive information,
Oh,
because
yeah.
you mentioned that you first learned about philosophy through YouTube. That's quite interesting to me. And so
Mm.
I'm 43. So when I was in high school, I first had my uh, mobile phone, which wasn't even a smartphone. Then iPhone came out, started to use app in 2008 or something. Since then, I was exposed to more information, but I grew up with relatively less information, I think, than your generation. And
Yeah.
I'm curious to know how you manage or control those like shower of massive information. And because I'm asking this because I was very interested to hear that Swat was saying she is she tries to not to be consumer. She wants to
Yeah.
stay away from being consumer.
Yeah.
She said that, and I thought that was very interesting, and because I
Yeah.
didn't
And
feel
actually,
that
I
way
feel the
when I was
same.
young.
Yeah, I feel that way because
Hmm.
like I got a computer. Maybe my first computer was 18 because I
18.
paid it with my own money. Yeah. So it was less than 10 years ago. So I was looking at YouTube through, I don't know if we can call this a smartphone, but a smartphone that had internet connection and could play YouTube. And the amount of information was totally different when I
Hmm.
started to watch YouTube than how it is now. Now they just
Yeah.
chase your attention span, so it's very different. And I totally hate it because anyone, once you fell in fell into the loop, it's over. You will
Hmm.
be looping through SNS for hours without noticing.
Yeah.
So I try to not fall on the loop, and I have an app blocker on my phone, so I can block
Hmm. Hmm.
app or Reels or TikTok or whatever to not use them.
When you
But
say app block, that means you can watch for like 1 hour or so, but it blocks after 1 hour, that kind of thing, or
yeah,
just totally blocks from the beginning.
you have both. You have a
Okay.
timer and a feature blocking.
Hmm.
So I link it with Instagram, and when I try to open Reels, for example, it just closes the application.
Hmm.
Yeah, to
Okay.
not use it because Suad sent me a lot of videos. So if I open one, it's over. So I
Hmm.
just block the application.
Hmm.
And no, I don't like this amount of information. It's too much for us. And through years, you build habits that it's really hard to break them.
Hmm.
And without noticing, you're watching something and you always have noise.
Hmm.
So that's why I prefer paper book.
Yeah.
I think I had this discussion with Nathan why to not use digital version, and I
Hmm.
say that I prefer the paperback
Hmm.
version for many reasons, and that's one of them.
Hmm. So physical printed
Yeah,
paper book,
yeah.
right? Yeah.
I think I bought for 100,000 yen of book this year.
A
I
hundred
think.
thousand. Okay, I see. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
Juma
Hmm.
this year.
That's a lot. Yeah.
Quite expensive because they are in French and English,
Okay.
but I
Okay.
can find them.
Do you buy books through Amazon, or do you have any like specific place to buy those books?
I buy on Amazon,
Hmm.
and if it's physical store, you have Maruzen
Maruzen.
near the Tokyo Station, and Kinokuniya
Hmm.
in Shinjuku South
Shinjuku.
East Exit,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. It's a really big bookstore. I
And
see.
for French book, Kinokuniya in Shinjuku is amazing. You have
Hmm.
many books.
Really?
Yeah.
I see. Wow. Oh, okay. Yeah, French book. How does it cost? Is it pretty same when you buy it in France, or?
In France, it can be less than 1,000 yen because you have pocket version, really small book, so they are
Mm-hmm.
cheap.
Okay.
If it's kind of not so popular, the book will be really expensive in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can be easily 3 or 4,000 yen for a book, a small
Yeah.
book.
So you read mostly in French or English
In French
sometimes?
and English.
Okay, I see. Hmm. Wow. Do you try like Japanese book as well? Written in
I
Japanese?
have
Not yet.
I have one somewhere. I'm
Hmm.
reading Botchan.
Mm.
Yeah, and wait, I think I have Norue no Mori,
Norway no
Haruka
Mori.
Murakami.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Norwegian
read
books.
those two
Hmm.
books in Japanese. Yeah,
Hmm.
I also bought Yukio Mishima, but it's too hard.
Yep.
I cannot read
You
it.
mentioned.
Yeah, I have one in French, and I bought it in Japanese, but the kanji are too hard for me to read
Hmm.
now.
I see.
So my goal for Japanese is to read in original version.
Yeah, I see. You know, I think this year is Yukio Mishima's 100th birthday, if he was alive. So in bookstores, there's a lot
Maybe.
of Yukio Mishima's like corner,
Yeah,
like pop up,
yeah.
corner. Yeah.
He was kind of popular in France. Yeah.
Hmm.
My friend have all of the books, all of the DVD of Mishima.
Okay. Interesting.
What do you read recently? And when did you start to read book?
I start. I've always loved reading book from
Hmm.
when I was maybe junior high student, middle school student. But since I started working, which is so I started my career in 2005. I got very
Hmm.
busy trying to build my career, so sort of I stopped reading. But recently, I've relatively got more interested to learn through reading books again.
Yeah.
So maybe this year, 2025, I read a lot of books
Oh.
compared to
So
last 20 years.
which one? Which is your last book?
My latest book,
Yeah. Your latest book.
I read, which was very interesting, was this. Sorry, this is Japanese edition, Hillbilly Elegy by
Mm.
J.D. Vance. This was very interesting book. Yeah, I read it in one day.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I sort of
So
couldn't stop.
now you can read it in English now.
Yeah. But
It can help
I
you.
also partly listened to Audible, which
Mm.
is recorded by J.D. Vance himself. So
Oh.
yeah, he did it very well. Yeah, and by reading Hillbilly Elegy, I sort of learned what was going on, or what is going
Mm.
on in United States, in
Yeah.
not urban area but rural area, like
Yeah.
states in like Kentucky states, where like those places, and why Trump administration has such a fanatic,
Yeah.
like people's vote.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, as I think we talk about it, and you have a French geograph who talk about this. It's Christophe Guilluy. Christophe Guilluy. I don't know how you say in
Mm,
English.
mm, mm.
And he talk about the French urban area and French peripheral area,
Mhm.
which is basically the winner of globalization and the loser of globalization.
Mm,
And
mm.
that two citizens between New York and Paris have more in common than one in France, one in
Yeah.
Paris and one in
Mm,
countryside.
mm,
So it's two worlds that cannot understand each other anymore. Yeah. So yeah, I think people need to read this book, like
mm.
the French I mentioned, but also yours that you mentioned, because I think that will happen it will be really bad
Mm.
in the future.
Yeah. And I sort of did not have imagination of the poverty that is happening in United States,
Yeah,
and what how it's sort of affecting family, or like how it's sort of like breaking down family relationship, like drug addictions, or like alcohol addiction, those kind of stuff are always there. Parents who
yeah,
fail
yeah, of
to be
course.
good parents, and be a problematic being for children. And I sort
Mm.
of didn't have the imagination, like real imagination of what's going on. But through reading this book is like writing everything, really exposing everything that I think J.D. Vance experienced.
And that's happening all of OECD, in all rich country, developed country.
Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that's kind of also part of my story because I lived in the countryside.
Hmm.
So I know how much it's difficult to live in countryside, and not everyone can go in the city. And even if you do so, you need to have a good house and everything. So you really have losers of globalization and winners.
Yes.
And we do not focus too much on these issues. And if you
Hmm.
do, they will call you as populist or things like
Hmm.
that.
Hmm. Yeah.
So I think we don't have a dialogue about this. They will
I,
try to push it away as much as we can. It's really touchy. It's really sensitive. So
it is. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. And I think it's the very one way thing. What I mean is that like people in suffering in poverty also has I think smartphone these days, and they can
yeah,
watch how rich people are living, because rich people
yeah,
sometimes show off their lives through
mm,
social media, Instagram, but opposite thing doesn't happen. So rich people
yeah,
don't go to Instagram to take a look at what's going on in poverty area, or what
yeah.
they suffer from. Yeah. So uh, yeah, but this hillbilly elegy is sort of like it's a great piece that brings attention to those poverty people in the area are suffering.
So yeah, so thank you for the recommendation. I will
Yeah,
read it, and I hope all of
yeah.
the spectators will read the book also.
And it's really you can read it really quickly. So it's like a
Yeah.
novel sort of.
I think the last book I read is like it's a French novelist from the
Hmm,
last century travel until the end of the night, and it's Céline. I think
I see.
you have also in Japanese,
I see. I see.
and I really recommend this book.
Hmm.
It's his
Can you
famous one.
send me a link of that book, or like
Yeah, of
the
course.
title?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'd like to
yeah,
take a
of
look.
course.
Hmm. Thank you.
I written it in English and in Japanese and in French.
Hmm,
Like
hmm, hmm.
this, you can compare if it's the good one.
I see.
And what's interesting there is the all of the psychology that you have behind the characters, and it's really realistic and how people could live at the time. It's during World War One and between World War One and Two,
Hmm,
so it's really interesting
hmm,
to
hmm,
see
hmm,
how it was and how miserable life could be at the time. Yeah, and
hmm,
how that human are not so great, even the one we think
hmm.
they are. Yeah, so it's I really enjoy.
Okay. Well, thank you for the recommendation. Yeah, I'll take a look. So that another book to be stacked on my
Yeah, I have
bookshelf. But yeah,
many if you want.
yeah.
Yeah, I have
Okay.
many, especially French
Thanks.
because I I'm late on my French author, so I need to read the main authors of my culture,
Hmm.
and sometimes I read all around the world because
Yeah, yeah.
it's important to know where you came from.
Hmm.
And those books have shaped the French society and French cultural background, so I try
Hmm.
to read them to understand myself more, which is really
Yeah.
helpful.
So about French, like culture, sort of, or like academia thing. Uh, I have this image of France accepting a lot of immigrants past
Yes.
decades. But those demographic change, like accepting a lot of immigrant population, does that have affected it, like any like in philosophy or like thoughts perspective? Do you think? Because I was
Mm,
currently thinking about like, a capitalism course. We learned a
yeah,
lot about Western philosophy, but
yeah,
when we think about the future, I think we have to combine Western philosophy and plus
and
Islam,
philosophy.
yeah, Eastern philosophy and
Yeah.
also Islam, I think, population wise, and so like mix it or find like a similarity uh, or some kind of like a mash it up type of idea. So in the
I
course, yeah, and in France, I think is now situation wise that is happening. I'm not sure. I
yeah,
was
and
curious to know.
does it change? What I can see is like some will say yes and some will
Mm-hmm.
say no,
Mm-hmm.
and it's two faces of the same coin, of course. And it can affirm a new identity or affirm one old identity, and so you just need to choose the side is good for you.
Hmm.
But does it change fundamentally? I don't know, but it reveals things in the society. I think conflict will happen in the future about this because I see more and more people speaking about it and really fight against each other about that
Hmm.
specific topic. So I think identity it's a big deal and we'll need to face that at some point.
Hmm.
And it's
And
not
I
faced
think
seriously because yeah, it's
because
because of
if there's a conflict, I think also
yeah.
at the same time there should be some smart people trying to resolve that conflict or bring that conflict to like different level. Or
But
I'm not sure how
is
it
even
can be
that
solved, but
possible? I don't think it
uh,
can be solved when you have million and million of people coming.
hmm,
I think the numbers everything. So it
hmm,
depends on the scale, and I'm not optimistic about it.
yeah.
So yeah,
I was pretty
because I
amazed
think
when yes.
yeah. Please go ahead.
Uh, no, this is not about France, but I was pretty amazed when the UK Prime Minister, one of the sorry, I forgot the name, but the Indian background, Prime Minister once took the place, right? So right now is John Starmer. The guy before that was Indian origin, uh,
Yeah.
UK person, and currently in Japan, it's not very imaginable that kind of thing happens. It's not
Mhm.
quite imaginable yet, but UK that happened.
That's right.
Yeah, in France maybe in similar situation or like anywhere in Europe
Prime
can
Minister,
have
it
same.
already happened in the history. It really happened
Okay,
already before.
yeah. So
Not
I thought
president, but
maybe
prime minister. Yes.
prime minister. Okay,
I think we had a black individual as prime minister in the last centuries.
yeah. So the I think in the world of academia and philosophy also there's a lot of diversity already happened and
Yeah.
many discussion and dialogues going on. I think
Yeah.
which we don't see much in Japan. I think so. I was curious to
Yeah.
know what's
So it just
happening.
means Japan is preserved now. I mean, I don't wish this dialogue for Japan because Japan have other sort of problem to solve before. So
Hmm.
if you add another one, it can be quite complicated. So maybe it's another dish for later, maybe
Yeah.
for Japan.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Right. Sorry, we're recording at nighttime, so the discussion is getting deeper and deeper. But
Yeah, it's fine. It's
yeah, okay. So you're very interested in philosophy for years, I think, and you mentioned you started with Nietzsche.
Mhm.
Like, could you tell me like sort of like the path of how your trends of philosophy had evolved? Like for instance, the first philosopher I got interested was Sartre, uh, from
Mm-hmm.
France,
So yeah,
existentialism. Yeah,
yeah.
and then Kierkegaard was the next, which I completely didn't understand and stopped there. But recently thanks to Shizenkan, but I came back with reading Takeda Sensei, which is a very close partner of Nishi Sensei, and read his book and Nishi Sensei's book and Hegel and Nietzsche. Yeah. So that's so like my path. And yeah, I was curious to know how your like reading evolved.
My reading it starts from Nietzsche, of course, as we said before. And then I've read Spinoza.
Spinoza. Yeah, of course I
Yeah,
know that. Yeah.
about freedom. Yeah,
Yes. Spinoza.
it was really about freedom with Nietzsche, Spinoza, also with Pascal,
Mm.
about Christianity and God, if you believe or not.
Mm.
Then I read Descartes,
Mm.
the Cogito ergo sum, it's
Emerson.
famous. Then I read Montaigne. I read La Boétie. I think I show you the discourse of the volunteer servitude, which is really amazing. Know if they are philosophers, but now I read more modern author like Emmanuel Todd or Oswald Spengler. I think it's
Spengler.
German. Yeah, and talk about democracy and etc. And that democracy is not at all the best because of the way it's easy to control people. So it's mostly about freedom. Yeah. So another book, it's Gustave Le Bon, French philosopher that talk about crowd and psychology of crowd and how crowd act as an entire person.
Okay. Crowd.
And you can be the smartest individual. Once you enter the crowd, you become totally stupid and the personality of the crowd comes over use. That was really interesting. So it helped me to shape the world and shape my world, understand outside world, and to act, live, and survive in this world. To reflect on my personal story, of course, because philosophy it's really useful and can help me way more than the personal development. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, one more question I wanted to ask was, your recording has stopped. Why is that stopped due to incoming call? What should I do? Okay. I see. How about okay? I've never done this, but can I like stop for a minute and then restart?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. And I noticed that it's been already 1 hour, but
1 hour. Yeah.
anyway, let me ask question. Rune Girard, do you know that guy?
René Girard. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Rune Girard, is he famous in France?
I think so. Yes.
Okay. Because I'm very interested in his concept of mimetic desire. So Rune Girard is a Stanford professor of philosophy, I think, and he taught Peter Thiel in philosophy. And Peter Thiel was very affected by Rune Girard's theory, and that is why he invested in Facebook. And the story here is that so what Rene Girard is saying that when people have desire, people have that. Well, for instance, I have some kind of desire, so I feel that my desire is wholly mine, like 100% my desire. But according to his theory, I evoked my desire through watching somebody else's desire. For instance, like maybe success or loving somebody is not evoked inside myself 100%, but maybe somebody else want that, makes me want that or her or whoever. So that's sort of like the concept. So people are always mimicking somebody else. This desire is a concept. And when I perceive the world as his theory, well, let's say his theory is true, then it's sort of like it changes the world view completely, which I think is very interesting. I'm not sure if that is like 100% true or not, but at least what he's saying is very interesting. And Peter Thiel, the investor of Facebook, identified Facebook as a like booster of mimetic desire. So
like Instagram also.
Yeah,
it makes sense if you read and believe that mimicking people really influence us. So like Facebook, it's a book of faces. It's the best place to mimic people online. So probably he figured it out that he could make money with that. So we can apply also philosophy in terms of business.
So
And
we,
now I
we
can
cannot,
relate.
we cannot resist watching other people because we're evolved to mimic other people.
Yeah.
That's sort of like our instinct, or like how the brain is built. Yeah. So yeah, I think we have to be very mindful about how the brain operates
Mm.
to control our behavior and make the best out of it.
So that's why I try to control who's my friend, who I hang out
Mm-hmm.
with
Mm-hmm.
physically, but also online. Who do I watch online?
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
we heard somewhere that we are the sum of the five people around us,
Mm-hmm.
and it might be true, and it's true for people around us, but also who you follow online. I think it affects us the same way. We need to be really careful with this information because we tend to
Yeah.
mimic them.
Yeah.
And I think Spinoza say that we are not totally free and we don't have freedom of thinking. We are not
Mm-hmm.
free, and it's
Yeah.
normal because it will be really tiring if you all of by yourself for any decision. So you
Mm-hmm.
just kind of rely on people to make your own decision. So
Yeah.
we need to be really careful about that nowadays. So that's why
Yes.
I like I think it's Haruka that talk about the dumb phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So it would be a really great idea. Yeah. To
Yeah, I
take
think so
control
too.
of our digital life as much as we can.
Yes. Yes. So I currently see information as like same thing as nutrition.
Yeah.
So you can eat snacks, like dopamine snacks, like information like Twitter, X,
Yeah.
instant pleasure video, or like information. And those are like snacks or like chocolates. But
Yeah.
you just get malnutrition, but at the same time, obesity. I think
Yeah.
it's called malnutrition obesity or something. I think there's a term for that. And
Yeah.
information, I think same thing could be said.
Yeah.
So as we're very cautious about nutrition, what we eat, I think what we consume as like receiver of information, same concept could be applied. So I'm currently
Yeah.
interested in those like information, how to handle information at the personal level and also maybe societal level.
Yeah. I read also videos on YouTube with it, and it shows that many people watch their video in speed 1.5 or 2,
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
which can be. I do it as well. I can say I do it very much, and that
Yeah.
it's really terrible. And when we read books, physical books,
Mm-hmm.
it reduces the stress by 50% in the few first minutes, and then by 80% after 15 minutes. So
So the video gives you more stress. Is that what you said? Right.
yeah, then
Oh, okay.
books
Then books.
because of the
Yeah. Yeah.
stimulation.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And I
Makes sense.
learned this through videos. This is the paradox. So maybe instead of consumers, like Stuart said, we need to create,
Hmm.
because maybe I mentioned it or I said it to you before, but I learn many things. I know many things, but I never output them.
Hmm.
And if I don't do, probably many people don't do either. And it's terrible because all of us can write now. We
Hmm.
have literacy, we have computer, we have paper, and we can share so many stories which we don't.
Hmm.
And that also could save us with the information, because like when you need to write, change the perspective of everything.
Hmm.
So it will be the same for information.
Yeah. Yeah. You learn by writing or like talking or doing output.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I think so. Yeah. I agree. So Shizenkan are giving us pressure of writing a lot of essays and reflection papers. Those are good. Those are good things
Yeah,
for us.
that what helped me the most in Shizenka, actually.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
the lesson itself, because
Mm.
I already learned that somewhere else. But
Mm.
even if you learned it before, it's a good reminder. But it forces you to throw everything that you have within you and to put it
Mm.
on paper or on a Google Docs. Really, really I'm really grateful about that.
Okay, yeah, for sure. All right. So the discussion never ends, but let me
Yeah.
I think cut it here. And so I always ask this question at the end of the discussion. But do you have some names from a Shizenkan classroom? Could be English class, could be Japanese class, or it could be outside of
In
Shizenkan community, of course. To maybe you wish to that person to be on this podcast and listen to
in
them.
our classroom, I think Leo can be interesting.
Okay.
Laetitia as well, and Nobetian also
Nobuchan.
because
Yeah.
she's doing classical music, and
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I would love to hear about it.
Yeah. I was amazed that she
Yeah,
came to capitalism course from Haneda Airport with her backpack,
yeah, that was
and she
amazing.
said
Yeah,
she just got back from India like 2 hours ago. And
yeah.
wow. Yeah.
So yeah, learning about classical music can be really good for us, I
Mm.
think.
Yeah. 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 Classical music. Yeah. That's something I really don't know anything about classical music. So yeah, I think I have a lot to learn.
I
Yeah, she
recommend
plays.
you to listen.
Yeah, yeah. Classical music.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
I can send you some recommendation if you want.
I I have heard of some, of course, but not. I've never played any instruments. Yeah, that's something maybe I can think of in the future. Yeah, thank you for the recommendations. Okay, let me close the session. This is for all the listeners. Thank you for listening, and please send me a feedback through Spotify, YouTube, or at the classroom. And please hit that follow or subscribe button and become a member, and like button also, and become a member of this talk room. And thank you so much for listening. And again, Gigi, thank you for sharing great stories, great recommendation books and names, and it was very informative, and I really enjoyed talking to you. And
Yeah, it never
please have
ends when we
a
start talking.
yeah, it never ends. Yeah, and Merry Christmas, and please have
Merry
a very
Christmas
Happy New
to
Year.
everyone.
Yeah,
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 Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, and see you at the classroom on the 6th of January, I think.
6th
So
January maybe.
yeah, several weeks. But yeah, okay. All right. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much.
Okay. See you then.